Hi guys, this is day 3 of the 300 days placement series, and today we are going to discuss about one more problem on two pointers pattern. So this problem is squares of a sorted array. So in this question we are given an array and we need to find the uh, we need to find the squares of that array, but and also we are given that the array is sorted. So if we just if we had just the positive array, like the array with only positive numbers, and also it is given that it is sorted, so we could have just square all the numbers, like run a for loop through the array and square all the numbers and just return it. Like for example, if we have an array of 1 2 3 and it is sorted, so we just square this and we get 149, which is a valid answer. But if we had -4 1 and 9 and we square them, then we'll have 16 1 and 81. So this is not a sorted array, but in the question it is asking that return the array in a sorted order, like in a increasing order. So if we try to do this on this one, if we square all the numbers, what we have is 16 1 0 3 10. So this array is not sorted now. This is not neither in increasing order or decreasing order. 100 this one. So what we need to do? So when we know that the question has array as one hint, second hint is it is sorted, third hint is it says that uh, big of n, like the time complexity is big of n. So one thing is we could have just squared all this and now we sort them, but that will become big of log n, as we know that sorting requires big of log n. But we can do it in big of n with the help of two pointers, because the array is sorted and it is given that we need to find in big of n. So that's why we take two pointers. So let's take the original array, which is -4 -1 0 3 and 10, and we take two pointers from the beginning and at the end. So what we do is we create one more array, one more empty array, which is of the same size. Now what we do is we compare these two, but we compare the absolute value of these two, whichever is greater in this greater from these numbers, but only the absolute value. And whichever is greater, we store that at the end of the array. And if right side one is greater, we store that and we move towards this left. We move this pointer to the left. But if left side element is greater, we store this and we move towards right. So if we write this code, we just need a one more vector, and here n is the size of the array, and we take I is equal to 0 and j is equal to n minus 1. So this is I, this is j. Now we run a for loop from I is equal to, or we just say some random k. We are running for this array. So k is equal to n minus 1 to 0. So we are running this k iteration from last to the first, and we check if this absolute value of this array of j is greater than or equal to absolute value of array of I. That means the right side one is greater. Then we store arr of j in the new array, or else if this one is greater, we store arr of I in the new array. And we here also, and we do this j minus minus, and here we do I plus plus, and at the end we just return the array. If we just dry run it, so in the first iteration, uh, this is I and this is j. So we compare 4 minus 4 and 10, which one is greater. 10 is greater, so we shift 10 here. And one thing here, we stored only this array. We need to store the square of this, and also here. So now minus 4 and 10, 10 is greater, so store 10 square 100 here, and move this here. Now minus 4 and 3, absolute value of minus 4, that is 4 is greater, so store 4 square, that is 16 here, and move this here. Minus 1 and 3, 3 is greater, store 3 square 9 here, and move it here. Minus 1 and 0, 1 is greater, so store 1 here, and 0 0 square is greater than or equal to itself, so store 0. And that's the end of the array. In that, so this is how we do this question. Thank you.